Sharp Mountain sits on a ridge of the same name on the south side of the city of Pottsville, in the anthracite region of northeast Pennsylvania. The ridgeline has long been mined both before and after the operation of the ski area. In the early 1960s, an owner of the mining company controlling the land decided to bring skiing to the mountain. This was made easier with access to equipment from the mining operation. Sharp Mountain opened with a double chairlift T-bar and J-bar on 300 vertical feet. The mountain and its large lodge proved popular with locals and was convenient to residents of the city below, being within city limits and accessed right off of residential streets. But despite the initial popularity, Sharp Mountain was at a major disadvantage to other Pocono ski areas. It drew water for snowmaking directly from the city of Pottsville's water supply, meaning the water was often too warm for effective snowmaking. This hampered operations, especially during warmer winters, eventually forcing the area to close in 1973, after a string of warmer ski seasons put the area in the red. Hello and welcome back to the Lost Ski Area series. I'm Avery Zucco, and this time I'm checking out Sharp Mountain Ski Area in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So this is the Sharp Mountain Lodge. This was the ski lodge. It's now a restaurant or a banquet space, kind of like an event space that you can rent out. It's still here. It's been in continuous operation since the ski area closed. The ski area itself would have been all around here. It's completely overgrown. The place closed in 1973, so it's had a while to go back to nature. Unfortunately, this is one of the areas where it's hard to see what the ski area was really like, not just because nature has reclaimed so much, but because the land has been altered pretty significantly. This is an access road this is a new access road that actually runs to a mining operation up on top of the mountain. And this is just behind the lodge, looking up the T-bar line. This is one of the footers for the T-bar. And the T-bar was interesting because it was a mid-mountain T-bar, but it didn't terminate at the very bottom of the skiable terrain, I don't think. Finding the layout of this place is a little difficult because it's hard to see what it looked like today, what it used to look like by just looking at it today. This was the footer for the T-bar, the bottom terminal of the T-bar, that is, I believe. It doesn't look like it went any further than this. Down in the woods here, I don't think it went any further. And you can see the lodge is just up behind those pine trees there. So it terminated just below the lodge. And as you can see, the access road that's been run through here kind of obscures the remains of the ski area a bit. The rest of the footer for the T-bar, the bottom terminal of the T-bar, is underneath the road probably. I think there would have been more than just this, but this is all that's left. And this is just looking up the tow line for the T-bar. Now going back down a little bit further, from the bottom of the T-bar, you come to what I believe was the bottom of the double chairlift. So this is in the woods just below that. There's some hose here. I don't know what that was for. And there's this old power poles. I was thinking for the electricity that they ran up to run the chairlift. I'm not entirely sure. Now, this whole area was all mined previously to the opening of the ski area pretty extensively, and you find bits of equipment and stuff from the old mining days as well. So this could very well have been a piece of mine equipment. It could have been, I don't know, just something that was used for the coal mining operations. I'm not sure if this is related to the ski area or not.
Oh boy, okay. We're over top of something's underneath. underneath, and I don't want to fall through here.
But it looks like it was right around where the base of the double chairlift would have sat. So this could have been, I'm really not sure, it could have been part of the snowmaking system. It could have been, I really don't know.
I don't know if this was part of the ski area or not. It was, I don't know what it was for.
You can see, or I'll get to it in a second, I guess. I felt like looking at this sign, and of course there's nothing on it to really tell what it was. It probably just said, you know, stay off high voltage or something like that. Now down here there's a footer, a concrete footer, and I was thinking that this might have been the footer for the double chair down here, and you can kind of see where it's been graded out. So this may have been the bottom of the double chair. It looks like on old aerial pictures of the ski area, this was right around where that would have terminated. I could be wrong. It may have just been somewhere else in the woods here and I didn't see it. But I think this is the bottom of the chairlift. Although the footer, I think, should have been bigger for the chairlift. And I'm not sure what kind of chairlift it was. So that's another issue. And the whole area is sort of crisscrossed by these old woods roads. You can kind of see where it's been graded out. A lot of these are not related to the ski area. They're related to coal mining operations. I mean, there's coal everywhere. I just found this on the side of the hill. It's just coal. Probably just waste material from when they were mining here. And that does make it kind of difficult to see where were the trails, where were the lift lines, because you have so much other stuff on the hill. And of course, it's been so long, so much has been lost. So now this is back up on that access road. Looking back up towards the T-bar line, and then I started walking up the T-bar line to get up to the top of the mountain, which actually took a while. It's fairly steep. This area was only about 300 vertical feet from top to bottom, which is pretty small. For the time period, that's about average. But the pitch is pretty steep in places, so it would have been, an interesting 300 feet. Definitely would have entertained some more kind of intermediate and advanced skiers for that time period. And going by, newspaper clippings and things like that, it definitely was a popular place while it was open. So this is about halfway up the T-bar line. This is, I think, also the double lift line, which is going to be harder to see because it wasn't really graded out. They were parallel to each other. The T-bar line just ended about halfway up the mountain. And the double chair actually went a little bit further down as well. And coming up a little bit further, again, you can see how this access road has really kind of disrupted the area. They've removed footings and stuff like that. This is one of the chairlift footers right here for the double chair. Again, I don't know what make of double chair this was. I believe it was installed before 1963. I don't have a date for when it was installed. I don't have a make or a model or anything like that. So if anyone has any ideas, I would love to know who installed these and when. This is right below the summit. This is actually an old strip mine. This is part of the mine remediation project that's been going on Sharp Mountain to kind of remediate the old mining scars. And then above that old mine scar, there is some more footers. This is one of the chairlift footers. Now back on that road that we were on before was around where the T-bar ended. The top terminal is probably destroyed when they put the road in, but it would have been right around there. And then the chairlift continued up here, another chairlift footer. Looking back out over the mountain, you can see Pottsville down below. And there's great views here as well. And it gets very steep up here too, as you can see. Very rocky too. And this would have been at the top of the double chair lift line. Walking up here, you can see where the earth has been moved, where the top terminal was up there on the right. And then there is a trail right here on my left. You can still see, if you're in the woods up there, there's still the old metal poles that they attached the fencing to. And that kind of tells you where the trail was. One interesting thing is that I did not see any evidence of snowmaking equipment on the mountain. No pipes, no hydrants. I looked and I didn't see anything, so I'm not sure what kind of snowmaking system they used. I know they had it, but I don't know what it looked like. And maybe the pipes are all buried, or they may have been actually excavated and pulled out because it would have interfered with the mining, and they wanted that off the mountain, so they got rid of it. I'm not sure. This is the top of the double chair, and you can see it's a pretty extensive footer here. This one hasn't been touched because they didn't bother. There's nothing at the top of the mountain that the miners wanted, so they let this go. And so this is looking out then back over the mountain with, again, really nice views from the top. And so in 1973, Sharp Mountain closed. This is looking out over the beginner area. The J-bar would have been back up in the woods here. I didn't check that out. The area closed in 73. A lot of the individuals who learned how to ski here actually moved on to other local areas like Han Mountain. Some of them are still skiing today. I've talked to people who have memories of Sharp Mountain and have talked about skiing here. If you remember skiing here, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you'd like to see more of these episodes, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel. Recently passed 200 subscribers, and it's support from the people who are watching these that helps get me out and checking out more of these lost ski areas and preserving as much of this ski history as I can. I have great fun doing it, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.